this shop clock is so cheap that it came from China, and I have to look at the remote.
Oh God.
It's all in
It's
Chinese.
literally
Nice.
So they luckily sent that to me, so I can see what fucking button is what. Stop. I don't know what stopwatch, but so when we start, I can essentially go like this, and then
Ooh, that's smelly. My bad.
start.
I leaned over and snuck out.
How dare you? And I need to get good with this before Saturday, so I don't screw up
Yeah.
something with the race. Katie Ravel is MCN.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I got everything situated. Pretty stoked. What else? Oh yeah. A lot of people are getting. I need to probably fill out my PGA. I haven't got my 5 yet.
You're behind.
I know. It's been a fucking couple of days. I'm doubling up, tripling up right now in coaching.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. So
What
track.
else are you coaching?
Huh?
I might have you tighten both of these.
Tighten both.
It's gonna go up more.
So track. That's been a thing.
Right.
And then this one. Ain't no, that's a long one. Yeah.
I think so.
And then I guess I'm helping. I mean, it seems like if I go to LA's practice, I'm coaching.
Mm.
And I didn't sign up for it. But it was kind of cool the other day. There was like the 3 coaches and then 3 other dads that helped, and like we got through that practice in like an hour. It was awesome. But yeah, I went from track, literally that day, track, came home, or picked up the girls, came home, Rachel met me home, like right before 5:30, went down to the ball fields. I was just gonna drop them off so I could come back, and then started coaching, and then it's like, shit. And then we had Wicked Fest meeting on last night, and then,
Oh, there's Chewy.
yeah.
So why don't you give me or type, hey Chewy, we'll start in 7 minutes.
So,
Love hurdle.
and then I'm coaching T-ball, and then we had our first practice tonight. We'll start in 6 minutes. That hurts.
Thanks.
Get it? That hurts.
I got it.
Hurts and hurts.
I will, and this is actually something I struggle with Xbox. You will have to put my headphones on me. That is painful to do.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we can do it now or we can do it later.
Yeah.
But you will have to put them on.
Is it that way?
Says
Right.
left and right. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
There we go.
Yay!
Hey.
So did you see this?
I did see that. So that must be new then.
Yeah,
I didn't.
just this week.
That's awesome.
I love the design.
Yes.
It's really good.
And
I was in the middle of a group text with 2 different groups. Like I was texting you guys about something Monday night.
Who's the third mic? Is that Derek's mic?
yeah.
And
It's on.
someone else,
Oh,
and
it's
then
on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lassie in the chat. McNair's in the chat. You guys hear us now? Can you guys hear us now? All right.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
So I'm going through and doing my picks real quick. USA player.
Derek gave us the thumbs up.
Hell yeah. Thanks, PD.
As long as there's, yeah. And again, we have the Twitch sound on. We have the Twitch or the sound bites on. So that all should be good. Fair Floss, what I will say, because I know you're like waiting and sitting on it, I would not do the karaoke thing while I'm without arms, because then you will rob yourself of a performance. I need arms to perform. And
You do,
otherwise you
you
would
do.
just get singing voice, and it would not be worth the whatever it is, 20,000
20,000
channel
points.
points.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So even if you have it, Fair Floss, because I know you're trying to build up to it, don't waste it on a day when I have no arms. I want to give you pizzazz and show.
And jazz hands.
Yes, jazz hands.
How's Will been playing lately? I don't think he's been playing all that great. Willie Z.
Will is it? Yeah.
Will who?
I think he's like plus 10,000. So,
Dustin Johnson. I don't want to pass on him.
Nope. There's a name that if you say it, I'll be like, yep, that's the one.
Be like, oh,
And it's convenient.
Batia.
Nope.
Daniel Berger.
What's convenient is Hannah would know this name very well
I want to go Michael Block.
from the Masters. See, I told you.
What?
On the like the random one or whatever.
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not yet. I was just
well, he's
freaking Keegan Brad.
You're gonna have to do the Michael Block probably, because he'll be the only name you recognize in that group.
Oh man,
This
dude.
is where Michael Block made his heyday.
Yeah, and I hate that I'm doing this to myself. But there's gonna have to be somebody else that comes out of
There
this.
is, and I think I know who it is.
Wiseman.
Nope.
Because he's wise.
Nope.
Dylan Newman.
Nope.
Oh, you're not gonna tell me though. You know who it is.
I'll tell you if you say it, but you haven't said it yet.
Lake and Gross.
It's one of your faves.
Oh, JJ Spawn.
No,
Oh,
please.
on the wild card.
Well, just an American.
Oh, an American.
But I mean, the American
Oh.
would also be a wild card too.
The skinny dude.
Nope.
No.
If I never redeem, then I'd be well over. But you're safe for a long time. Unless you refund me. I don't remember what your past redeems are.
I think I'm going to go Michael Block. I think that's a bad choice, but
Just do Michael Block as your
it's,
the will.
well, he's the Corbridge financial team.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all doing Michael Block. Let's
Are
be
we?
honest. Well, not
Ooh.
Hannah, because she wasn't around for the Michael Block sensation
Yep.
of the PGA 2 years ago.
So wild card, can I pick him? What the hell is that?
What was
Somebody's at the back door.
Is that what that was?
I think so.
You have a doorbell?
Yeah, I guess I'll go check. All right, I'll be right back.
Is this a
Dr.
surprise?
Fresh. Where's my elbow
Elbow room.
room?
Hey, shut up, Dr. Fresh. Thanks for popping in, man. The story will commence before long. We apparently have to check the back door. Not that back door. I realized as it was coming out of my mouth.
at least you have the wherewithal to know that.
Yes. You're not on my straw, so I will have to. First time chat. Rage quit. FYI, that's taking a nice shit right now. Oh, you are? Yes. I do appreciate a good shit stream. When you're watching Twitch while on the toilet, it's a good time.
It's Fred and Danny. They're on walk.
Oh.
Dropping off a plant. So.
Hey, tell Fred he needs to be on the show on the 28th.
On the 28th?
I haven't reached out to him yet.
Okay. I don't think I've... Did you reach out to Steve at all?
No. Only one I told was Shauna because I saw her today and I
Okay.
was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Need to talk to
28th.
Fred. Need to talk to Steve.
28th. 2 more shows?
Yes.
Okay.
Dos.
How is Rory not one of the wild cards? I don't have him picked yet.
He should be in there under M.
I know, but
Under Rory.
I thought it was all the way at the top.
No, he'd be in there.
There we go. All right, I got my team.
All right.
I'm freaking dude. This is a pretty good team.
Our team's crazy similar. Actually, we only have one difference.
Shocker.
And
yet you guys are gonna lose.
yeah. Hannah always somehow fucking wins.
Hey, mine's not locked in yet. I might make adjustments knowing that Chris and I literally come down to one guy.
Which is funny though because we didn't even.
Because Chris and I did that in the Masters.
Yes, and you still won. Shut up.
Because
I
her
have to.
guy.
Because of Hogar.
I have to rub it in when I can.
I know.
No, was it Hogan?
I think it was. Yeah, it was
Oh,
Remus.
I was thinking it was a different person.
I had Remus too.
I said Rasmus.
Or Rasmus.
Because the
whatever his
name it was is the name that I'm going to bring up.
Oh.
We'll see if Hannah can, because we were giving Hannah relentless shit for this guy. And then he ended up having a really good Masters. Do you remember?
No, I don't. Come on, help me out here.
Here, I'll give you a
FYI,
hint.
Taking a nice shit right
Had
now.
to deal with
Thanks, Rage Quit.
caddy situations.
Did you hear Rage Quit there?
Yes.
Taking a nice shit.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to our show.
Dude, that's the best time to tune
Yep.
into our shows when you're on the pot.
Check your back door right now. I need a mirror for that. You guys are crazy. All right. Should we just go ahead and get started with this guy?
We can go. It's up to you.
I feel like I'm just coming in just a little hot, but
You?
yeah, I think we're good now though.
I think you sound fine.
Yeah, because I mean, we could do a little bit more pre-show, but
I'm happy to go to bed at a decent hour.
okay, deal.
So
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get my clock going, and then when I hit that's gonna be a good indicator of where we're at on time. I know we have this, but
with no PD, we thinking like 4 rounds on the draft then?
yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yep.
Make up for his last or his three picks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that work?
Let's do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we'll get started right now.
I'm so sad.
What?
I can't drum.
Welcome back to In the Middle podcast.
I ruined the intro, but people will understand when we start. I might start crying. That's the first intro. I've never not been able to drum.
Yeah.
The look on his face, like he just went.
111 episodes. And now you can't drum.
I'm so sad. Did you see the light leave my eyes? I felt the light leave my eyes.
I thought, oh God, we're gonna have a burial right now.
What do you mean Santa's not real? That's what that was.
Yeah, and for you guys listening right now, I'm like, that's a really weird intro, and you can't see us.
No, go ahead, do the bit, and then I'll tell you how I'm doing.
Yeah. All right. So coming to you live from the front porch. Welcome to In the Middle podcast about two. No.
Ooh, you went old school.
Wow. Look at what we're doing. A
Gosh,
podcast
dang.
about living life in the Midwest. Support glass, sit on your ass, and join the conversations. We talk all things sports, hobbies, and life's greatest conundrums. Mark,
Sipe.
you're not feeling you're sad.
I'm not. I'm a little shocked that you regurgitated something back in like season like 4.
I think it's six.
I don't know. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
Wow.
No, we won't bury the lead any further. I have no arms.
Well,
Not like literally no
Yeah.
arms. Like they weren't ripped off in some like crazy
Bear
like,
fight.
Yeah.
They weren't ripped from
Sweet
your body and used to maul you.
like what do they call that Leo DiCaprio movie? The Revenant or something?
The remnant.
The Remnant?
The remnant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't like that. But I did break both of my elbows.
Yeah.
So
Crazy ass story.
if you are following us live on twitch.tv/ITM Kansas,
There it is.
you would see me in double slings right now.
Yeah.
I have a blue one and a black one because apparently our hospital does not have matching slings.
We don't
Of the same
expect people
size.
to break their
Both of them.
both of
I
them.
guess that's true. You buy the rainbow pack, and then someone like me walks in, they're just like, "Damn it!"
He's not going to match.
There's always one.
I'll talk to stores tomorrow. I'll be like, we need to have matching.
Yeah.
same
Yes.
price.
So no,
At least 2 of every color.
I'll share the story momentarily, because I think it can perfectly lead into topic number 1.
Yes.
So, but yeah, for those wondering why I interrupted the introduction, usually if you watch us live on twitch.tv/ITMKansas,
Yes.
you would notice that when we do our intro song that I always play the drums.
Yes.
Because we are the karaoke band heroes, and my position in the group is the drummer.
Yep.
And which is ironic because I also do a really good high kick, which is fun to do from a seating position.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen that in a while.
I
We
know.
haven't.
But yes, I see it's on your cord actually of your microphone.
Just don't touch shit.
But yeah, I always do the drums, and I've been doing this ever since we went live. And so yeah, I did not get to do the drums today because that would have been incredibly painful for my lack of arm.
Mobility.
Yes. Now here's the funny thing is I do actually have a decent amount of range, and it doesn't hurt overly too bad in the elbow area, and I'll touch on that more. But so drinking the beer
Yeah.
is I wanted to bring a straw, but I forgot it. So now you all just get to laugh at me and watch as I struggle to drink beer with 2 slings on.
Oh, God.
But he's not going to not drink.
No,
No.
because it helps the pain.
Yes.
So we will continue to drink even if we have no arms. And that is what I'm here for.
I tell you what, we have some people in the chat right now. We're going to read off what your best guess of how Mark broke both of his elbows.
Well, some of them know.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It'd be funny, though. If you're in the chat, you don't know, go in there and just throw some wild stuff out.
Yeah. And take a red herring guess. But as you guys are giving your guesses, we will go ahead and do our shout out. So thank you to our Patreon supporters, Miss Hannah Haggard, Mr. Eric Rorick, and Mr. Joe Roth for that. Thank you to everyone tuning in on Twitch, particularly our Twitch subscribers. And then naturally, we have our financial sponsor, and his name is McNary Chiropractic's Dad Joke of the Week, guaranteed to crack you up, sponsored by McNary Chiropractic Family Health and Wellness here in Russell, Kansas. Go see producer Derek, who is missing today, by the way, for all of your family chiropractic health and wellness needs. Sipe, what is our Dad Joke of the Week?
Just to be fair, he's not missing. Like, he's just at his house.
He's literally doing chiropractic work.
Yeah.
It's just paperwork.
Yeah.
No, he's missing.
Yeah.
We can't find him. We looked all over the house.
To be fair, I mean, I did say I have no arms, and now I said Derek's missing. I'm just chock full of lies today.
All right. I started bust up laughing already on this joke. My daughter thinks I don't give her enough privacy. At least that's what she said in her diary.
Okay.
Nice.
As the resident woman here
Who has the diary?
who did have a diary, you boys better not ever.
Nope. Wouldn't
No,
dream
because
of it.
then I can't even use it. Like, whatever material that I read, like, I can't use it. Then I break the trust, you know?
Yes.
So,
You broke it before you even read it.
yeah, that's true. I guess. All right. What are we talking about today, Mark?
Well, so today in topic number 1, we will be talking one more time about the Wicked Wilson and Suds run, courtesy of Wicked Fest here in Russell. I initially was going to participate in the 5K in my own special way, which is how I broke my elbows. Now I'm being reduced to the Parsons loop because I doubt I will be medically cleared. So again, we'll touch on that in just a second. But then it is the PGA Championship this weekend. And
Yes.
while my least favorite of the 4 majors is the PGA, I think upwards of 20 names could win this thing. And as exciting as that Masters was, where we had like 10 people in contention,
Yep.
I think this is shaping up to be a hell of a weekend as well.
Yes.
So keep an eye on your golf screens. And then finally, we were going to do this last week, but we didn't because we were being all sentimental about our moms and all the great life advice that they gave us. So it just didn't seem to fit the vibe with the show. So we will be doing our card draft. So like card games. So this could be your family game nights. This could be drinking card games. This could be gambling games. So we will be doing our card game draft, probably about 4 rounds since we're missing PD. But first, I'd like to tell you all about why I have no arms.
I'm reading in the chat, by the way. These are amazing. He broke them trying to check his back door and slipped on wet tiles.
Wouldn't be the first time.
He broke them trying to break boards Kung Fu style.
Yes, I like that.
Yep.
I would imagine gorilla incident at the local zoo is,
yes.
is an option.
Yes, that's a good one too.
Yes.
What else would be a good one? To break both arm like elbows. Like that's a feat.
See, I'd like to think like my brain immediately went to like
Fell off a roof, cleaning the gutters.
No, because that's still like lame, which is how I broke my arms, is something lame. I'd like to think like kind of like on The Incredibles when they're saving the people from the burning building and he has to like crash through like 4 walls. It's like, all right, the building's coming down. I got no other choice. And, and I just like crashed through, got everybody out. And then I realized, oh, broke both my elbows while doing that.
Darn it.
Shucks, but I'm a hero.
No, you stopped a moving car from hitting a baby carriage.
That fun fact, I have been hit by a car.
Yes.
That felt way better than this. So bring on the cars as opposed to breaking your elbows.
Fairfloss said broke both of them trying to be one of the 100 men trying to defeat a gorilla.
Part of Team 100.
All right.
These are all good.
Yep.
No.
What happened,
The
Mark?
real story is a lot less cool. So similar to our resident Aussie in the chat, Farrafloss, you did get him. Nice. Oh, no, you didn't. He's still alive.
Damn.
Farrafloss is a resident inline skater, or as we call them in the U.S., rollerbladers.
Yeah, blades.
Yeah. You want some blades, puff boy? Nah, you should go back to school. You dingus. One of the greatest vines of all time.
That was really good.
Go look it up. But anyways, so Farrafloss, he had been skating around, he just sends pictures and videos and stuff like that. And I was just like, man, like I'd love to get back into rollerblading, get some exercise because I hate running. It's bad on my knees. I don't like it, all that sort of stuff. I don't like riding bikes. Hurts my ass because as I was mentioning to Hannah before the show, I have no ass. So I was like, man, like this could be a way for me to keep up with my kids on their bikes. It's something fun that I'm good at. Like I used to do rollerblading as a kid. I played roller hockey. I could do like the skate park, like dropping the half pipe, all that sort of stuff. So this is not a case of like, I'm a fool on skates type of a thing. However, when you're on skates, you still need to be mindful of like, no different than driving a car. You need to watch where you're going, not have distracted driving, that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Same thing applies when, as you're following your kids around, if you have to help them look both ways crossing the street, if you have to help them brake because they don't know how to do it on their bicycle, if you have to help them steer clear of the trash cans or the street poles and stuff like that because they haven't quite mastered, balancing on their bike, probably shouldn't do that while you're on rollerblades.
Right.
And so long story short, we were going past the coffee shop on Main Street. And as Jack was heading towards the intersection, I coasted in front of him and was just like gliding along. And I looked up from the sidewalk to look both ways to cross the street. Like as we're gliding up to the corner, did not see a slightly raised portion of the sidewalk, aka just the crack in the sidewalk that, whether it's just foundational settling or whatever. But, and I hit it at just the right speed, at just the right angle with both of my front tires that I went flying forward, Superman style, landed on both of my palms, like basically where the nail went through Jesus. That's where I landed.
Don't be comparing yourself.
And I'm just saying, if you touch them, they hurt. Doubting sipe. But
I don't believe.
Yeah. You don't believe me? Touch me right here. Ow. But long story short, the way the doctor always describes it is when you have fracture, there's an entry point and an exit point. Well, at the current moment, they did not find any fractures on my hands or wrists. But so what basically happened is the energy shot through my palm, up my arm, and then out the top of my elbow. So like where your arm bends, not the back like pointy part, like your actual elbow that you can like elbow drop from the top rope onto people. No, I essentially super hyper extended it to the point where, yeah, my arm said, yeah, you can't do that, and decided to hairline fracture. So I popped up. I was super embarrassed because, again, it was right in front of the coffee shop.
Yep.
So I'm sure plenty of people saw and laughed at, haha, look at Mark skating. You know, you want some blades?
Haha, fat boy fall.
Yeah, basically. Old man fall down. But no, I popped up, brushed myself off. Like my hands weren't all that tore up. So I was like, all right, we're good. And took Jack a couple more blocks to the park. And as we were at the park, I was just trying to stretch it out and everything. And then like the swelling induced and I started being in pain real fast with the swelling. So we went to the hospital and 2 broken elbows.
Gosh.
Right before a family vacation to Colorado.
Yep.
Right before a summer full of like mission trips.
Yep.
Right before, the Wicked Fest.
Yep.
So
right before we were supposed to go play golf that afternoon.
Yep. Ruined our date. Although, if I were to ruin a date,
yeah, that was. It's a damn good story.
That was a great way to ruin a date. Unlike some people who just like flake out.
Yeah.
No, I went to the hospital, and then even still, which by the way, and my wife will tell you all this, is like as my arms are swelling up and I'm in a bunch of pain, I'm just like, well, maybe I'll just like chip today.
I'll hit from like 100 out today.
Maybe I'll just putt. Maybe we'll just ride along in the cart and I'll watch that. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't go. This seems like a bad idea. Like as like the half hour went on, like these were, so I was fully ready to
still
commit
go.
to golfing because that's what I do.
Yeah, dude. What a story though. Like, yeah, how'd you break your elbows? Rollerblading.
Yeah. Oh, the second I say, thank you. Yeah, the second I tell people rollerblading, the immediate that occurs.
I'm a hard blader for life, man.
Straight inline, bro. You ever seen the movie Brink? Hashtag Disney.
Katie sent me the picture of him with his, what are they called? Slings.
Oh, if you don't think the slings are not going to be the promotional tool for this episode, you're wrong.
Right. She sent him to me, and I just was like, oh my God. I said, my first question, did he do that rollerblading? And she was like, yes.
What's funny is later that day, my mom had no idea that I had done that.
Yep.
And she then sent a message saying, hey, I know you said you were going to be rollerblading for this 5K. Don't break your arm. And I was like, well,
Mom.
Should have sent that yesterday.
Should have sent that this morning.
And then I was at a meeting in Wichita, and I showed the picture to my friend that I was with who listens to our podcast. Yeah. She's like, her immediate response, I cannot wait to hear this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
So podcast, you're welcome. You may all laugh at me now in my double sling action.
Now, hey, but let's look at the bright side. 3 to 7 days in the slings.
Yep.
So
I mean, technically, like I haven't worn them in like 2 days. This is more for aesthetics sake, but my arms were also getting very tired.
Yeah,
because I've been like actually working a lot today. So feels nice to just let them sit.
Yeah. Well, you said the other day too, like your biceps are starting to tense up.
Yeah,
because
it
you're just
feels
holding
like
your elbows.
it feels like I've been holding a baby for a week.
Yep.
And if you've ever held a baby in your life, you know what I'm talking about. Is after about half an hour, you're like, get this thing out of my hands.
Yeah, and you sit him down.
So that's what it feels like. My forearms feel like I've been doing nothing but forearm curls, like literally nothing but that. So they're killing me. Pretty sure both wrists are heavily sprained, if not broken, and they just couldn't see it because of the swelling. So we'll see. My left thumb goes numb from time to time, which is fun.
which is fun.
I still video game though. I'm like, I'm grinding away at night.
Still getting that thumb workout.
And then my left arm hurts and my left thumb like starts going numb. I'm just like, nope, power through. Like, got to get this cash out, man. It's a good time.
Hell yes.
So yeah, Sipe. I'm not probably going to be able to rollerblade. I want to.
No, you're not. That's going to be a
you made
director
the
role.
executive decision that rollerblading is now not allowed.
Not allowed for you right now. Next year, let's get back on the horse next year.
Okay.
If a child came and wanted to.
Yeah, go down to
Yeah.
a little ways and come back, sure.
Yeah. But not Mark.
Well, not this year.
Right.
Next year, when he gets healed up,
Yeah.
and then we're doing the race again.
I will be asking at physical therapy. So I'm supposed to rollerblade tomorrow. Do you think they'll be like, we won't advise?
Yeah. No.
If I wear elbow guards.
And where, I don't know.
See, the elbow
Pegs
pads
for
wouldn't have done
hands.
anything. I should have had wrist guards on, but if you're a rollerblader, you know wrist guards are the lamest possible thing you
Yes.
could wear. Knee pads, fine. Elbow pads, all right, you're kind of getting there.
Yeah.
Helmet, lame.
Yep.
Wrist guards, loser.
Very lame.
As the man with 2 broken elbows.
I know. Hey, 2 broken elbows is way cooler than wrist guards. That's all I'm saying.
Very true. I mean, yeah.
So there you go. Well, Sipe, why don't you tell us about this awesome Suds run in topic number 1?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Topic number 1. I thought that was topic number 1.
I kept trying to tee you up.
I'm
you
sorry.
wouldn't do it, so finally I'm like, I'll just take it.
I'm sorry. That's my fault. All right. So Wicked Fest is Saturday, first of its kind here in town. I'm stoked. And we talked about it with Brandon when he was on the podcast, but essentially we created this festival in town because of the Wicked Wilson gravel bike race. If you haven't heard about that, if you want to listen to it, Brandon went into a lot of details and topic 1?
I think
or
it was
2?
topic 1.
Yeah. A few, like a month ago or so.
Yeah, 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, 3 or 4 episodes again. So go listen to that if you want to hear more about the race. But dude, he's up last night anyway. He was at 80 racers signed up. I should have got this all queued up before, but I guarantee you he's probably up to 85 to 90 right now.
Yeah.
And which is really good. My race, the Suds run, we talked about that a little bit. The Suds run, beer, run a mile, beer, run a mile, beer, run a mile.
Yep. And then celebratory beer that doesn't count towards your time.
Correct. Yep. And I got the clock all set up today. It came in. Thank you, Southwind Bank, for sponsoring the clock. And so, yeah, I wanted to make sure it worked and it tested out. The remote, fun fact, all Chinese.
Yeah.
It's all in Mandarin. All the stuff on it, I can't read it other than numbers, which is pretty cool. But it'll work for. Luckily, the numbers aren't Mandarin.
Right.
That would have been really bad.
I was kind of thinking that, like, like when they tell time, like, do they use our numbers?
I'm guessing. I mean, the remote has it all in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fun fact. I didn't know that. But I was going to be really, really excited for about 40, maybe 45 participants max. Right. Walkers. We had some joggers, and then we had one rollerblader.
Had
one
rollerblader.
And so that was one of the things. Like I was going to be really excited. It was going to be a success if I got it up to 40. And last week, I think I said we were up to like 45. Mm-hmm. And I was super stoked, 48 maybe, pushing that 50 number. And then I posted once a day all last week.
Yep.
I had schedule posts going out. And before Saturday ended, I had 70 freaking participants. 70. And so super excited
That's
about
a lot
it.
of beer.
It's a lot of beer.
That's a lot of beer.
I'm estimating 250-ish beers.
Yep.
And having to go through and just now, like, all right, well, with 40, it was a lot better to manage. Like, we could essentially make sure everybody gets their beers and run and everything else. Now with 70, it's like a whole new ball game.
Yes.
I'm currently up to, I had 2 more, I think, sign up today. A few more trickling in this week. I'm up to like 76 or 77. And so like now it's like, well, shit, I need a wristband to indicate 21.
Yep.
I need another wristband to indicate what race they are. And Wadby's, shout out to Wadby's, sponsored all the beer. And so it's like, she's like, yeah, we don't want to do any money for the racers. And it's like, well, crap. How am I going to figure this out now?
Yeah.
So the band is going to indicate what race you're running and how many beers you get.
Right.
When you go get your beer or your drink, you mark off a tally on your wristband.
Yep.
And that's the best way I could find to tally up all the drinks. Then the other thing was like I wanted to get a picture with people crossing the finish line with the sign, the numbers, the countdown, so they get official time as a picture. And I was like, well, crap, I have 70 runners.
Yep.
How am I going to know who's on their last lap and who's not? We have walkers, we have joggers, we have guys that are going to sprint. It's like, crap. So I'm trying to figure this out, and I came up with the best thing. I was going to do a sticker and try to get somebody local in town, but I couldn't. It was like literally 2 days ago. And so what I ended up doing was ordering some smiley faces. Mm-hmm. And so on your last smile, you get a smiley sticker.
Yep.
And that's going to indicate to my photographer, take a picture.
They are on the last lap.
And then that also...
You should tell everyone, because I'm someone who, like, instead of, like, throwing it on my chest, I would, like, do it on my thigh or something.
Yep.
You should say, like, you have to put it,
like left chest.
Yeah.
Over your heart.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Over your heart. Yep.
Yeah, so I can't believe how successful this race has been. I have been posting somewhat regularly on social media for it, so I think that's helped with it. But people come up to me all the time. It's like, I can't wait for the race. Like, I've started running a little bit just to make sure. I've been drinking some beer, and it's like, hell yeah.
I have not practiced running at all, but I've been practicing drinking.
And you had your inaugural practice on your rollerblades, and that didn't go very well.
I blame my son.
Damn it, Jack.
Because the time before that, when we were just hanging out in the Southwind parking lot, which is nicely smooth and
It
paved,
is.
shout out Southwind. That's
Yep.
where all of my kids have learned to ride their bikes.
Yep.
I was going around that thing like it was a roller rink, and I was just crushing it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
So you at least did get your wheels back underneath you.
Oh no, I was flying all
Yeah.
over the place.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
It took a second to like remember, like, oh, there's little muscles in my feet, ankles, and
Yep,
legs that
yep.
I haven't used in years.
Yep.
But after that initial like 30 mintes of just being in the parking lot, oh yeah, I was good to go.
I imagine it's the same way.
I was ready to go hit the skate park, honestly.
Where's the half pipe, bro?
the half pipe? Gonna go do some mute grabs.
I imagine it's a lot like when I get back on my snow skis.
Yeah.
Like that first time down the mountain, you're just kind of feeling everything out, going real slow. So,
Which, total sidebar, my father-in-law
yeah.
used to be on ski patrol, shattered his shoulder, tore both ACLs.
Yep.
Me, former roller hockey player, 3-time defensive player of the year, mind you, 2 undefeated seasons, inline skater on the skate park, 2 broken elbows.
Too much confidence.
Look, I'm just
I think that's
saying.
what it is.
Just saying. Even if you're the best, you could still F up.
You get all these honors as a person of great athleticism in your skill, and then you get to be older and you're just too confident. It's overconfidence. You gotta drop that down a notch, man.
I know. Or just go do that with not small children.
Yes.
Also,
Had I been with Mary Kate and Bell, we'd be good to go.
Yeah.
But Jack,
Never again.
good old Jack.
he breaks my window, I break my elbows.
So Wicked Fest.
Which, what else? Obviously, we have the bike race. We have
Yes.
the Suds Run. What else is going on? Because I have not actually done my research as to,
Okay.
like, I'm assuming there's probably like a live band of some sort.
Yes.
Like other things. So, yeah, quickly run through that and then we can talk.
How about I'll go through the schedule? I think that's gonna be the
There you
easiest
go.
way to
yeah,
do it.
let's do that.
So first thing in the morning, 7:30 a.m. is when the 100K gravel bike race goes off. At 8:30 a.m., the 50K bike race goes off. From 8 to roughly 9:15 is registration for the 5K Suds Run. 9:30 is when we're going to kick that off. Then we have 10 o'clock. We have the skills bike challenge with the PD. No, sorry, hold on.
Not our producer.
Not our PD. Russell PD, police department.
Gotcha.
Is going to be leading all of the skills challenges. They're going to be, I think, handing out bicycle helmets too, and like registering bikes. And
So what's like the skill thing? I have to like stretch.
they're going to be
My
having.
feet are on the bar.
It's all right. They go through like the cones and they do turnarounds and whatnot.
Maybe
And
Jack should participate.
yeah, Jack could probably be pretty good at it.
If you let him do it on his like foot bike or whatever, oh, he would dominate.
Yes.
Of course.
Right.
Ben's pretty good too, though. On his
Yeah, he
bike.
is.
He whips around on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you said skills challenge, I immediately was like, at the skate park.
No, not
Let's
at the skate
go.
park.
I'll strap on my skates.
Yeah, down at on the bricks. It's going to be in between 7th and 8th Street on the west side of the road. They're also going to have the fire truck out there so the kids can get up on the fire truck and learn about that.
That's where Jack will be.
10:30, I believe, is the sand pit area for the kids. They're going to have treasures inside the sand for the kids to dig around and find the treasures. There's cars. There's some coins. There's going to be other little like bubbles, some type of trinkets and whatnot for the kids to kind of rummage through and pick those out. Shout out to Rotary Interact for that. They're manning that station. Dan Staub, part of Russell County leadership, kind of got it all set up.
Excellent.
And they're working it, so that's really cool. We have 11 vendors downtown. Some of those are food. Some of those are like arts and crafts where they're selling stuff. Those guys, I think, are setting up pretty early in the morning and then just going to be available all day. What time? Let's see. We're going to have a sign making and noise maker thing for when the bikers come back into town, the bike racers.
That'll be fun.
The whole downtown from Wadby's through 6th Street and maybe just about right to the end of the intersection there on 6th Street is going to be completely laned off so that the bikers have a lane to come in to the finish line, which I think this whole atmosphere is going to be really cool.
Yeah.
You're going to have vendors on both sides. We're going to have sidewalk sidewalk chalk art. How do I say that?
Competition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not necessarily a competition. The library was going to do it. A little bit of miscommunication, probably on my end, to be honest. So it's going to be a free for all. We're going to have chalk available. We have some posters made that kind of explain it all, and it's just fill the sidewalks full of chalk
Oh, that's fun.
and let kids do it. Everybody, whoever wants to get down and do it, it's gonna be pretty cool. There's a beer garden, then that's gonna open for the Suds Run, and then remain open after the race all day. Dry Lake Brewing down in Great Bend's gonna be there as well, with their a beer garden of sorts, or a beer stand anyway, so you can buy some of their local product. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. Cornhole starts at 2, but I'm missing one right before that. Sam Schlitz is playing on the stage starting at noon. I think he goes from like noon to 4.
Okay.
And then cornhole, I'm going to try to set up near the stage right there on 7th Street so we can play cornhole right there. Hoping for about 15, 16 teams. It'd be pretty nice. 80% payout on that.
I also cannot participate.
No, you can't throw. Oh, shoot. What else? I think I'm missing something, but I think I got pretty much everything.
And the bars are open late?
Yeah, the bars are open late. I imagine that we'll probably be kind of picking everything up around 6 or 7.
Yeah.
It's going to be a whole day event. And then, yeah, the bar's open at Wadby's afterwards. And, brunch. Brunch first thing in the morning. I say first thing, 10 o'clock there at Wadby's. Brunch and Bloody Marys until they sell out.
Not my Bloody Marys.
Not yours. Nope, not yet.
Someday.
What else? I think that's it. Yeah. It's going to be a fun-packed day, though.
Yeah.
And for the first one...
I mean, we also have our kids' gymnastics recital, as if that's important.
Yeah, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to make
I
it
know.
to it or not, which kind of sucks. It's going to be Elliot's last one.
They do their somersault, and then they do their cartwheel, and then they jump across the trampoline, and then they do it all.
Dude, don't ruin it for me.
Oh, sorry. Thought after 3 or 4 of them, you knew the protocol.
Well, thank you for letting Aunt Hannah know because she's not going to be here for any of it.
Yep. Yep. So if you're in town Saturday, May 17th, come to Russell. Come downtown, and it's gonna be an awesome day. So get your butt downtown. Get your kids downtown too. There's gonna be a lot of stuff for them to do.
Family friendly event.
Yep. So with that, let's talk some golf.
And golf we shall talk.
And topic number 2. Sorry, I forgot topic number 2. All right. PGA Championship this weekend. Let's just talk about the top 5 right now that they have. Or do you have he's bending down to get his phone.
I have a lot of notes. Okay.
Okay.
Because we do have, you're still eligible to get in on this. So if you want in, let us know. PGA fantasy, like whatever. Hannah is currently undefeated in all things fantasy, at least with the Masters, which, let's be honest, that's the one we really all pay attention to. I don't remember who won the PGA for us last year, but again, we only pay attention to the Masters. But you can still participate if you want. Here's a couple things that I just wanted to notate. So this PGA Championship is being held at Quail Hollow, which is in, Charlotte, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. It was established in 1959, which was 66 years ago. It's a private member-only course. It's membership-owned. It has hosted a PGA Championship before in 2017. We'll talk on that in just a moment.
It's very pretty.
Also hosted the 2022 President's Cup as well, and is the current home to the Truist Championship, which used to be called, I believe, the Wells Fargo Championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the one that Jason and Travis were just at this weekend?
No.
Okay.
What
Like just watching?
The Truist. I thought I saw the.
If they were watching, yes.
Okay.
I thought you meant they were playing in it,
Oh, no.
like a pro-am. Like, no.
No.
Yeah, no.
Okay, then yes. So that's kind of part of like the interesting thing. They just held this tournament last week. So,
Ooh, that does change a
so
little bit.
if you played last week, you are familiar with this course already.
Yep.
On top of all of your practice rounds and stuff like that.
Guess who didn't play last weekend?
So, who?
Scotty.
No. He
Scotty
last
played.
weekend?
Not last weekend.
I thought he did.
The one that Shane Lowry
Yes.
about won.
Yeah, I thought Scotty
And then
played.
he got just too winded at the end, last 4
my
holes,
gosh,
because he's so fat. Sorry.
Anyways, let me finish this off real fast. So here's a couple just things that I wanted to notate for you all. The course record is a 61 shot by none other than Rory McIlroy back in
Ooh.
2015. The tournament record score was a -21 shot by none other than Rory McIlroy in 2015.
2015.
The
Different player.
tournament record score aggregate, Sepp Straka, who just won this Sunday, 2025.
And that's the same course?
Yes, this is the same exact course. They are playing it back-to-back weeks.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. But the reason why I bring this up is because if you look up the past champions of this tournament, the Truist, we have Straka, who runner-up was Shane Lowry and Justin Thomas. 2024, Rory McIlroy. So Rory plays great on this course.
Hold on.
Yes.
The Truist Championship course was in Philadelphia at the Cricket Club. The Wish
Not what I have.
golf course. May 8th through the 11th, 2025. Straka. Justin Thomas, Shane Lowry tied for second.
Okay, well, the Wikipedia page I have has it listed as Quail Hollow. And when I look up Quail Hollow, it indicated all the same stuff. So maybe they moved it for this weekend, but that just didn't get updated on my page.
Yeah, that might have been it.
But point being
Yep.
is this course hosts the tournament every single year.
Yes.
Rory won in 2024 and 2021. So he is very familiar and very good at this course. Xander Schauffele in 24 and 23 was the runner-up back-to-back years to Rory and Wyndham Clark.
Okay.
Here was the name I was also going to bring up. Winner in 2022 and 2019, Max Homa.
Yep. Yep.
That was the American that was like, that could be your wild card guy and do really well.
He kind of burned me at the Masters though this year.
He played good considering he had a brand new caddy was my point.
Yep.
But yeah, other runners ups include Keegan Bradley, Matt Fitzpatrick, Cam Young, Abram Answer, Joel Damon, Dustin Johnson,
Joel Damon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rory also won in 2010.
2010. Okay.
On at that tournament. Now, in terms of the PGA Championship, hold on. Xander comes in as the defending champion. So not only is Xander good on this course, he's the defending PGA champion. So
Which
money back there.
That one last year was in California, right?
Yeah, that was at Valhalla.
Yeah.
No, that's Louisville, Kentucky. Sorry.
Last year's was?
Valhalla's in Louisville, yes.
Okay.
But then Brooks Koepka always plays good in the PGA Championship. It's the only one he can win.
Yep.
Justin Thomas won the PGA in 2022, but the reason why I brought him up is I mentioned they hosted the PGA in 2017. Justin Thomas also won the PGA Championship at Quail Hollow in 2017.
And he's starting to play really well right now.
And he got second last week, which again, if I have the course right, yeah, Justin Thomas, also sneaky bet. So just a couple names there. And then in terms of this year's tournament winners, outside of Rory, who has won 3 tournaments, which is the Masters, the Players, and the, I believe the AT&T.
Yeah, it was something early on.
Oh, Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Yep.
The only other person with 2 wins on tour this season, Straka, who just won last week. He also won a tournament back in January. So
Scotty hasn't won twice.
Scotty only won the one.
That
yeah.
Byron Nelson, they just wiped the floor with.
Correct.
Wow.
So here's what I'm saying.
That's shocking to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
So in terms of who's hot, who's playing the course well, and the history of the PGA Championship, look out for Rory, look out for JT, look out for Xander, and look out for Straka.
Because
those would be like a Final Four to pay attention to, on top of other obvious names like Scotty and stuff like that.
Yep. So do you have in your notes the top 5 according to ESPN bets?
I do. So I'll get to that.
Okay.
So real fast, I did also just want to point out, like, these are some player names to watch as what I just mentioned. So Straka is a plus 6,000 to win. Dude just won on Sunday.
Whoa.
And he's plus 6,000.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, you bet $1 on Straka to win
$600.
60.
$60.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you would win $60 off of $1 for the guy to simply go, hey, I just won last week at this course. I could probably do it again.
Yeah, just might as well.
Yeah. Now, granted, the field is a little bit different now that you have live players there. But anyways, so there's that. Rory, not only does he have course record, all that sort of stuff, but we talked about how now that he's won the Masters, not only the Grand Slam, but just simply getting another major in under his belt, the monkey's off his back.
Yep.
And he's literally having his best year that he's had since that like stretch of 2012 to 2015 when he was the next Tiger.
Yes.
So yeah, just bet on Rory. Like Rory top 10, it's minus money, but just put all your savings on it. Rory's getting top 10.
Put 200 on it.
Yeah, JT I already mentioned. Got second, courtesy of Shane Lowry choking. Otherwise, he would have gotten third. Bryson obviously played well at the Masters. Been just loving life, living life.
Yes.
He also won the most recent live golf.
Yes,
tournament.
he did. I saw that.
Yep. And that was in South Korea. That was on May 4th. Jordan Spieth, if you want narratives, he needs this tournament to complete the Grand Slam.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes.
Holy cow.
He's won everything but the PGA, which in my opinion, he will get at some point. I don't know if it's this year.
I don't think so.
But narratively, he will want to play well.
Yep.
So there you go.
Well, and for him to make the team too for the Ryder Cup.
Correct.
Coming
Yes,
up in
needs to. Yeah, I mentioned Xander. I mentioned Max Homa. Yeah, Clark, Harmon, Brian Harmon, Jason Day are recent winners at the Truist.
Yep.
Dark horses were those runner-up that I mentioned. Early on, when episode 100, when we were doing our way too early picks, I did take John Rahm, who in my opinion hasn't been like great lately, but he is in the top 5, if I'm not mistaken. He is
tied fifth, I think, or fifth or fourth.
I believe so.
Plus 200.
So
or
ESPN
2000s.
likes him, or DraftKings or whatever.
Yep. It was ESPN bets. But,
Joaquin Niemann, similar to Rory and Straka, he is the only live player with multiple wins. He has 3 this year for the live. So Niemann is a name to watch. And then, of course, Scotty is Scotty. And then, speaking of that President's Cup in 2022, Jordan Spieth had the most points for the team with 5, followed by JT and Homa with 4 points added to the team, Xander with 3. And of those points, Homa and Jordan were undefeated when they played. They never lost a single one of their match, like whether it was best ball, whether it was singles, all that sort of stuff. So again, Jordan and Homa, names to watch, even though they're further down on your board. But yes, we can talk about the DraftKings stuff, which is Scotty, Rory, Bryson, Rahm, and Xander are your top 5. Justin Thomas is tied with Xander. The reason
JT's been playing well.
And actually, I don't know why Thomas is lower, because his top 10 odds are actually better than Schauffele's. So that's interesting.
No Maverick McNeely this week.
No. And then following Thomas, you got Morikawa, Aberg, Neiman, Tyrell Hatton, Tommy Fleetwood. That's another name to watch. He ended with a -5 on Sunday.
Okay.
Again, assuming I have the right course. Patrick Cantlay right behind him, who also ended with a -5.
Yep.
Last Sunday. Matt's Brooks is down there at 4,500. Hovland 5,000. Spieth 5,000. Lowry 5,500. Straka 6,000. So again, like that would be where I throw $1 at. Then you got Henley, Connors Day, Clark, M, Reed, Minwoo Lee, let him cook. And then finally Justin Rose, who did withdraw last week. So I don't know if he's injured or what the case is there, or if he's even playing. He's plus 10,000. He's the first name on that list, and I didn't go any further. But yeah, there's a lot of names.
Did it not
that could potentially win
save?
this? It's on there. It probably logged you out. It's been doing this to Hannah and I all day
Okay.
on the fantasy stuff.
Oh, thank the Lord. Okay.
So, yeah, but no, I bring all of that stuff up. Oh, sorry, this is what you were asking from last week. So last week, yeah, Straka won, JT and Lowry tied, Cantlay and Fleetwood came in behind them following good Sundays. Rory finished -10. The final score was -6. He finished his Sunday with a -2. Schauffele finished -4, so he ended hot, ended -9. Your boy Spawn was up there at -7.
JJ Spawn, dude.
I know I could have sworn I saw.
You know what?
Oh, Spieth was -4. I really thought I saw Scotty Scheffler in here, but maybe you're right. Maybe he didn't play because I'm not seeing his name.
I'm pretty sure when I was watching it with Dad on Saturday,
I think you're right. I think
And-
Scotty wasn't there.
and he went after winning the Byron Nelson. He just stayed home for the next week to get ready for the PGA, spend some time with the kids and whatnot. I can't pick JJ as the Corebridge financial team, unfortunately, and I don't like my other ones are so like he won't. Yeah.
But so yeah, JT, Spieth, Homa, Straka. There's a lot of guys down on the list that could easily, based on course history, motivation, all that sort of stuff, play very well and win.
I think it could also be one of those weekends too where somebody early on goes out and takes a big lead.
Yes.
And it could be a no name too, right? It could be. I mean, I say no name, but nobody that's held it, like Batia.
Right.
Like Batia, what tournament was that he was in the top? Like he was kicking everybody's ass on Saturday, and he literally shot like 4 or 5 over.
I think it was the Players, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yep. The Players Championship, the unofficial 5th major.
Right.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah. But what's funny, I never did once hear you say Oberg. And I think Oberg is playing some damn good golf right now.
No, I said him. He was after the. He was kind of in that first grouping afterwards. Yeah, he's after Morikawa.
Okay.
He's 2,800.
Okay.
Right above Neiman, right below Morikawa.
Okay. Sweet.
I probably said Aberg.
Are we gonna share our teams, or we're just gonna let?
I mean,
roll?
we can. Like I said, I'm still at liberty to swap, in my opinion, because like I
Until
almost talked
6
myself.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I almost talked myself out of Bryson. Not because I think Bryson's gonna do poorly. I think Bryson easily could win this darn thing.
Yep.
I just think there's so many narrative. Like Rory's playing way too good. Straka just won. Like he's on my team. Like full disclosure, he's my international player.
Rory.
No, Rory I think is technically my wild card.
That's what I have him as too.
Straka's my international player. Bryson is
Straka.
my American.
Yep.
Xander is my
Past champion.
and then I put Michael Block because I knew everyone else would do it, and I'm not going to leave it to chance on a random name that I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. I just looked through the list again, and I was like, I don't recognize any of these names.
Right. So I just went with Michael Block, see if he can recapture that magic.
Yep.
Because that was a fun story, and we'll see if he can do it again.
But see, now I'm almost tempted to be like, no, screw that. I'm gonna pick somebody different, just based off of pure luck. That they like this.
I feel like
Greg Cook.
Everyone will want to have Rory, and that's why I asked that question of like, do we eliminate Rory? Because I feel like we're all gonna pick Rory here.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna come back to bite all of us that picked him. To be honest,
Could.
I don't know. Yeah. So I got Xander, Bryson,
Jordan scares me because while Jordan will absolutely get some eagles, he will also get some doubles.
and triples.
Yes. But again, quads and triples and all that sort of stuff doesn't hurt you.
True.
Like
true.
a double is the same as a quad on this fantasy scoring system. It just feels bad when you're looking at the overall score. And that's the other thing is if you want eagles, you need big hitters. So Rory, Bryson,
yeah.
like
Ooh, that changes my. Yeah, I might have a different team.
okay.
But yeah, I also have Michael Block, Oberg, Rory.
Yeah.
Hannah.
Currently, we're all still
Yeah,
subject to change.
Hey, Homa might end up on my team. Thomas might end up on my team.
After listening to your whole diatribe there,
Yeah.
I currently have Jason Day, Bryson, Nikolai Hogard, Brandon Bingaman. I went with a no name, partly because I don't know anything about that.
All right, so Bingham.
Financial team.
I'm not gonna.
Bingaman.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, Brandon.
And then I, of course,
Okay.
have Rory in the wild card.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the Jason Day.
Yeah, the Jason Days, he's been playing well.
Yeah. Like, was it the Masters that he played really well?
Mm-hmm.
Like top 10 or something?
Yep.
So,
Sometimes it pays to listen to Hannah.
I'm
And
not
again,
going to.
He has won.
Because I have to beat
He
you.
has won within the last, like, whatever it was, 6-7 years
Yep.
at this tournament.
Yep.
He knows the course.
Yep.
I think it'd be really cool to see somebody that hasn't won a major at all win it.
Yeah.
Like, that was Xander last year, right? That was his first major.
That was Xander's first.
That-
Then he won the U.S. Open right after that.
That he, like, just barely
Yeah.
made that putt.
Yeah.
Burned the edge and it came in.
He almost roaried it.
Yeah. No, that's good. All right. Well, let's get on to topic number 3. Card game draft, baby.
Yeah.
Supposed to do it last week, as Mark mentioned before. Last week's episode got pretty long, talking about our moms.
Yeah, we had a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, I know. And
We're
that
only
was
at
just
50 minutes right now. We're crushing this.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we're doing good right now. And I even started that clock a little bit late, so we're technically at 51, but we're good. We're good. How we're gonna start this draft style? We're gonna snake it, or we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3 every time?
It doesn't matter.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 every time.
Okay. Say one claim first overall pick.
I figured.
I have a bunch of them. So
I figured.
you figured Chris would do it?
Yeah.
Mine.
All right. Well, if I'm going first, then I want to pick the ultimate classic card game.
Okay.
You mostly played on the computer
Oh.
when you're really bored
Uh-huh.
at work.
I have it on my phone. I play it every day.
Solitaire.
Yeah. Good card game.
That has to be number 1.
yeah.
So
You're right. I do
My
play
number
it
one pick.
literally daily.
Are you writing notes or do you need a pencil?
I got notes.
Okay.
Okay. I'll let Hannah go because I'm a gentleman.
Oh, I just went. I'm first in line.
I know.
Um,
So I'm getting to heaven before you.
no
Deal.
comment.
And Jesus will give me both of my arms. He might even give me a third arm.
Moving on. A lot of games that we played in college, some like a lot of people know, some a lot of people don't, but spades.
Yes.
I love spades.
I played it. I can't get it, but it's going to show here in a little bit when I hopefully have a pick.
Yep. So I have a bunch of games I love. I have a bunch of games I love for different reasons. However, I have absolutely fallen in love with the strategy and everything that goes on to this game. You can drink while playing it. You can smoke while playing it. It's a rousing good time. Give me blackjack.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Taking blackjack.
That's my all-time favorite card game. And I think you know that, which is why you took it right
I
before.
looked you right in the eyes as I said.
Yeah. Son of a bitch. I'm going to go, I want to stick with the non-gambling side of it.
Yep.
And I'm going to go pitch.
Okay.
And this is where I don't think I can play spades because my mind is still so ingrained with pitch.
yeah.
It is too close.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't understand like how you can have the spades all still play, but they're not all dealt out. So how the hell am I going to know what's been dealt out on the spade? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pain in my ass.
It really is. And when you're 3:00 in the morning and you should be at, getting ready to go to class,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I may or may not speak from experience, but
Yep.
anyway, for me, hand and foot.
Hand and foot.
Hand and foot.
I've
Okay.
never heard of that.
Oh my God, it's so fun. We played it with the family. Mom and dad used to go over to friends' houses when we lived in Ohio. Friday night game nights, like mom and dad were the king and queen of it.
Partner game then.
Yes, it can be.
Okay.
You can do it solo or you can do it partner.
Okay. That's fun.
You have a deck and a half of cards per person.
Per person?
So it's a lot of cards.
That is a ton of cards.
Yeah, I got the hand and foot set at home.
Okay.
So
BYOD.
pretty much BYOD.
Dex.
And then like you split it into a hand and a foot, 11 cards in each, and then you have to do books, and it's like 7 2s, 7 4s, whatever
Oh.
like that. You have to get a clean book and a dirty book. The dirty book is with a wild card or joker, and you have to go through your hand, your foot, have a clean and a dirty before you can go out. And then like there's
Whoa.
a point process to the whole thing.
Okay.
And you can pick up the cards that have been discarded in the middle. So Earl Haggard was notorious. He'd have all like 11 cards in his hand. He's still on his hand. He's still in the first round. Like mom and I are on our foot, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
just waiting to go out. He picks up the damn middle of the pile. And then it takes him 30 minutes to sort it out. And then the next time he goes, he just starts laying down. and
Everything.
he goes out.
Yep.
Son of a buck.
Okay.
But
We're going to
hand
have to
and foot,
play
it's a
this.
good- it's a good
Okay.
time.
We're going to have to play this.
Hand and foot. I like it.
Teach us that game this summer. We have to have a hand foot night.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I like it. So, and again, you'll notice a trend with all of my picks.
Man.
Not gambling.
Okay.
Just again, games that for me were the most fun at, like, when I'm in the casino, what card game do you want to play? Blackjack.
Yep.
When I'm at a party, what card game do you want to play? I want to play King's Cup. That's my favorite one.
I don't think I played that one before either.
So what King's Cup is basically you have like a deck of cards, but each card has like an action. So like 2 is you, so like you drink.
Oh, yeah,
3
yeah.
is me, 4 is horse, or all the ladies drink.
Yep.
5 is jive. So like you do.
Yep.
So like there's different like mini games in each of them. But then after you like lay your card down, or like after you play your card, you then have to like stick it under the tab of the beer.
Yes.
And whenever the tab
Pops.
you have to chug that beer.
I did
because
play
you're
this.
you're the one who tapped the King's Cup.
Yep.
But then usually if you have the king card, that also means you get to make a rule. And that rule, I mean, based on, again, house rules, that rule either remains in place for the whole game or that rule remains in place until another king is laid.
Yep.
So then some people will like hold on to that card so they can have the final rule if that's the rule. That like,
Yep.
But I just love all of that sort of stuff. Like usually Jax is like categories, so it's like categories. Pokemon, you
Yep.
know, and then like so everyone has to
Movies.
like start naming Pokemon.
Colors.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like it's a bunch of games in the midst of a drinking card game, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I have played that. I think it was honestly back at Cloud County my sophomore year, maybe freshman year was the last time I played it. It was
Yeah.
good though.
Yeah. Love King's Cup.
We also had
We're gonna have to do that one too.
we also had a game that was called oh shoot, I forget what it was
Oh,
called.
aces were waterfall though. You did not want to be on the receiving end of the waterfall.
Those sucked. We had one game that I think it was quarters, and we had a communal cup,
Oh, sure.
and everybody just poured a little bit into
Yeah.
the community cup, and if like you got out on quarters, you'd had to drink the whole like just nastiness.
Tracks.
Anyway, my third pick is gonna be Phase 10,
Oh, so
No.
and Phase 10.
That was my next one.
Yep, I'm sorry. I had to.
That's the family game night pick. Is
Yes.
phase 10.
Yeah.
Son of a
That's it's been a very long Sipe tradition. Damn it. And grandmother, rest in peace. She was the snarkiest Phase 10 player with children I had ever met. we still talk about her all the time. Every time we play Phase 10. It's
I've been
so
up
much fun.
since like 4 a.m.
Yep.
playing phase, like, because even after you finish a game of phase 10, that one person who like also finished phase 10, but it came down to the points, are like, all right, I'm winning the next game.
Yep.
And then like it just starts
Back
the
and forth.
whole process over. 3-hour game. Yeah.
Yep. That's a staple every
love
time we
Phase
get
10.
together for.
Dang it. Yeah. That I was between that and King's Cup, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna take my drinking game.
Yes. All right.
Dang it. Okay.
All right, Hannah.
will we have one more round after this?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a fourth pick.
All right. Skippo.
Yep.
That was
My family
haven't-
loves
that was
Skippo.
the Haggard family one that we played all the time. And
Yes.
Grandma Haggard was notorious. She would play with you, but the minute she started to lose,
Yep.
well, I'm tired. I need to go to bed.
Oh, she just quit.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Now, and that also part of the family, they played dominoes, and the way that I could never figure out how they did it because it was a lot like pitch or spades, like where you had tricks and things.
Oh, wow.
Like
Not chicken foot.
no, like I know how to play chicken foot.
I
but
love
no.
chicken foot.
I have like 4 sets of dominoes at home. Like, we need to have
Yeah.
a game night.
Summertime, we need to have a schedule.
Candy's been wanting to host one
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
and a Jackbox night.
Yes. We could pair the two.
Hey, I'll explain after.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Okay. Anyway, so Skippo for
Okay.
Okay.
Number 3.
All right. Well, I'm going to take this only because I feel like one of you will take it, but also I need to, since you took my family one, I'm going to represent camp, which is people have like broken fingers playing this game at camp. It's spoons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that technically a card game? I mean, I guess it is.
Yes, because you're passing the cards and you have to complete a set before you
Yep.
can grab the spoon. Yes. And yeah, Caleb is to this day one of the greatest spoon players I have ever witnessed. And I have my own strategy with spoon, which I used to think was a sneaky strategy. And then once I like shared it with a couple people, they're like, yeah, that's what I do. And I was just like, oh, and I felt dumb. I'm literally the guy that I don't even pay attention to the cards in my hand. I just wait for the first person to grab the spoon.
Yeah.
Because if they're good at it, this is where I'll give Caleb credit, which hopefully we'll see Caleb in the season finale, is he's the type of guy who like he'll complete his set, but instead of like quickly that hurt.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Instead of quickly reaching into the center to
No
like
spoons
grab
for
it,
Mark right now.
He'll literally like, he'll pass the next card, and then like as he goes to pick up the other card, he just like casually will like
Yep.
reach out and grab it and like wait for people to notice. I'm that person because the second I see him grab it, I reach out and I grab it too. And then when it gets down to the end, when it's a 1v1, then obviously you just have to be the first to complete your set. And at that point, yeah, I am paying attention to my
Yep.
cards. So my goal is to rat until the end game.
You ratter.
Yep, that's what I do.
All right, my last pick. Probably somewhat of a boring one, but I really have started enjoying playing it over the past few years here in Russell, and that's Texas Hold'em poker. which
I was gonna give you that one.
Yeah, I really need to host another poker night. I keep talking about it, but yeah, it needs to happen soon. $20 games, real nice and easy.
Yep.
No hard feelings if you lose $20.
Yep.
We're not playing $100 yet.
No.
We'll get a club going though.
When you win the lottery, you can give me $100 and say, "All right, Mark, here's your money."
All right,
tonight."
I got your pay in.
Don't ask for a buy-in.
It's gonna last you all night now. All right, Hannah. Oh, she's thinking.
Well, there's several options still, but I would say nerds for us.
I know the game, but yeah.
I haven't heard this one.
You each have your own deck of cards.
Okay.
You have to be able to differentiate your cards, and then it's basically like a ginormous game of solitaire. And it's,
Oh, wow.
Like you throw out aces, and then you start building up, and you do it. Whoever does it the fastest, then you yell nerds and you win, and there's points and all the things
That's
like
cool.
that. Nerds and spades we did all the time in college, and I taught Alex and Shelly how to play nerds, and we used to play it all the time when they were still in high school, and they would come over to the house.
That's
and
cool.
play. So,
Gotcha.
and Shelly and I both still have a wide selection of cards because whenever we would go somewhere, you buy a deck of cards.
Yep. Which after this, we'll have to mention some honorable mentions because I am going to forego a relatively like fan favorite pick because let's be honest, not too many people vote on our like stuff. So I will just actually say I do enjoy this game very much. It's right behind Phase 10. This is probably the game that we I don't want to say fight over, but like we can definitely get like annoyed with each other
Yes.
with because it's the simplest game out there and it's Racco. Have you ever played Racco?
No.
It's literally you have cards and they're numbered from like 1 to I think like 60.
Okay.
And it's only 4 players and everybody has like 10 slots. Okay. And all you have to do, so when you are dealt your card, you can either say like front or back. And as you're dealt the cards, like if you say back, then it's like those 10 slots fill up from back to front.
Okay.
And then what you have to do is rearrange your cards to be in numerical order, but you can only do it by swapping them out with a card either that someone laid down in the discard pile or randomly out of the deck.
Wow.
So there's a level of strategy of like, and even on the side of the racks, it has like a suggested like, you know, like the first number should be like 0 through 5. The second number should be like, you know, 6 through 10, like whatever. But I mean, I've seen some games where like some people literally like they notice people are just discarding all the 50s. So like most of theirs 51, 52, 53,
all the way
54,
through.
like yeah.
Yep.
And but then yeah, it never fails. You always come down to like you either need one specific card because you screwed up earlier and it's too late to go back and fix it, or you have this big giant window and for some reason everyone else is also fighting over that window.
Like the 20s.
Yeah. Like all I need is 120. Well, guess who else needs a 20? Everyone else in the circle. So no one's letting it go. And then yeah, like that's where you can just get real pissed at people.
Just throw it down.
Because then you also can tell, like, if you're watching people, like, okay, Mark took a couple low ones. Now he took a couple high ones. Like, all right, I'm just going to hold on to my middle cards. Yeah, you could start strategizing a little bit, too.
That's cool.
But, yeah, Racco's probably second in the family behind Phase 10.
Yeah, the one that I was, that me and the boys have been playing a lot over the past year or two, it's been Trash. We have a good time with that, and I've really been able to teach the boys like, don't get mad. It's just a freaking card game.
Yes.
Like it's good. And then Uno. Uno's been really hot lately.
Yeah, Uno was that like gimme pick type of a thing.
Yep.
So.
Any honorable mentions?
Hearts, and that just goes right along.
It's based with
Yeah.
I played both.
It was just one of those we would get bored of playing.
Which is the worst spade again? Remind me. Or I guess Shoot the Moon.
It's been so long. I don't like.
I think Shoot the Moon is you collect all the spades, but there's one spade that's like worth more than the rest. I feel like it's like the king or the. Is it the queen?
Queen.
I thought it was the king or the jack, but one of those face cards.
Yeah, one of those. So yeah, hearts, and then I think I told you guys about this game. Milborne. It's a French card game that we, mom and dad, and I used
Yes.
to play when we were living in Ohio. And there's, 3 channels on the TV. The power goes out. We got the kerosene lantern going.
There you go.
whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
So yeah, for me, like, ironically, my brain just always goes to the drinking games. Presidents and Assholes,
Yep.
also known as P&A.
Yep.
Always a good time. Ride the Bus was a good time. Slut in a Box was a good time.
Fuck the dealer.
Yep, fuck the dealer. But technically, my favorite card game, I call it Friend or Foe, which is literally you just hand out drinks. But King's Cup is a little bit more like party
Structured.
friendly. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's why I went with that one. But Friend or Foe is literally like you get dealt, like everyone in the circle just gets dealt the entire deck. And then whatever cards you're holding are the number of drinks you give out. So
Yep.
like usually, the like 4 of spades will start or something like that, similar to how like spades work. So like someone will, Chris, 4 drinks to you. And then someone can be your friend and drop their 4 and give it to someone else. And therefore you kind of form an alliance, or they can double it up on you.
Yes.
And you can have 4 drinks as well. But the way it works is whoever's last is who gets like the drinks, but you only get the number of cards. So
Okay.
technically, yeah, the entire group can just gang up on somebody and, Chris, 4, 4, 4, 4. Now you have 16 drinks
Yep.
because you're holding all 4. Or if you have all 3, like to you,
Yeah.
and now you're like, interesting how you all gave me the 4. Guess who has the final 4, mother? And then you throw down on someone else. They only have 4, but now you can then kind of turn the tables of like, yeah, let's gang up on this guy. And
Yep.
like, that's always a good way to just get someone real drunk real fast.
I want to say that we played that.
We played at a couple Cypapaloozas.
Well, we played it. If you remember, I went to a party. Rachel and I went to a party at your house in Hayes. I think right when you and Katie started dating, or maybe it was in
that
college.
might have been when Mary Kate was born, actually. Oh,
No.
yeah. No,
You're-
I know what party you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might have played it there.
Yeah, it was quite a night though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a fun game.
it was.
Easy, simple, but it's a fun game.
I hated it though. I got a bunch of drinks.
Yeah. Aces are 14.
They're like,
so
yeah, drink 24 drinks. I was like, no. They're like, that's you can't say no in this game. I was like, no. It's like 3 beers.
24 drinks is 1 ounce per drink. Therefore,
Yeah.
shotgun 2 beers.
No.
Loser.
So, no, and this was fun. Again, I think we should start a game night this summer. Like even if it's just once a month, get together like on a random Tuesday.
You would love that.
Yep.
And you could always do like you could have the kids all play, like whether it's, Chutes and Ladders,
Yeah.
Candyland, that sort of stuff. Then everyone goes home, puts their kids to bed. And then like, if you don't have a sitter, then one of the spouses can come back and then you get to play like the adult game,
Yes.
whether it's a drinking game or like, a card game that the kids can't play.
Hell yes. This has to happen at least one time this summer.
oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, do you guys have anything else on
Game night.
on card games?
Nope. I'll just be over here with now I have an excuse not to shuffle, which is great.
Yeah, true.
Because I
Very
suck
true.
at shuffling, and now I'll be like, I have no arms.
My elbows still are sore.
Sorry, guys.
Dude, it's 2027.
Every now and then, I just get that,
Little twinge.
can't shuffle. Sorry.
All right. With that, thank you guys for listening to season 8, episode 12 of the In the Middle podcast. Be sure to subscribe over on Twitch, support us on Patreon, and join the Discord community. You can check out all their other socials and links by using the ITM Kansas handle. Don't forget to swing over by the merch store for shirts, hats, and mugs and more by using the link in the description below. Mark,
Sight.
you got anything else?
We do have a new shirt in the store.
Oh, yes. How
But
did I
when-
forget?
But when we get it, we'll debut it.
'Kay.
Because we have all ordered one, and we will wear it.
Not
as soon
yet,
as it's
but we'll do that right now.
You
After
didn't
the show.
order it
No,
yet?
I haven't ordered it. I was waiting on Derek, and Derek's still not here. He's just going to be left out.
If he's slow, he
Yeah.
just doesn't get a shirt.
Yeah.
Because we need these shirts.
Like,
Yeah, we'll get him. Okay. All right. Hannah, do you have anything else?
no, I'm good, boys.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you soon.
Bye. I still can't drum. Maybe I can.
Oh, new pope. New pope is in town.
Poplio.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so let me just get on the fourth wall right now. Yeah, I didn't think that beer's been sitting there, but you probably couldn't have reached it from sitting down, could you?
It was difficult. Oh, that beer.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that beer. We'll take the slings off now that
Now that you got your rest. All right, so products, and do we want to do it now, or should we end the stream and then go through and order all the stuff? Yeah, let's do that. We'll sit and talk for a second. Yeah, 1040. Look at that, guys and gal. I mean, you're just part of the guy. I hope you don't get
You
offended.
don't have to specify.
Okay.
I'm not going to be upset.
I hope you know that you're just one of the guys.
Yeah.
yes, she is.
Do you guys see that Russell County Fair is already starting to post some stuff out there?
Uh-huh.
Jimmy Harris can be one of the people there.
Did they secure another
Rides? Yeah, we got rides this year back for the first time since COVID.
I'm kind of mad, actually.
About the rides?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm happy if they just stay away.
yeah, but it's a fair now though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then I gotta take my kids, and it's 110 degrees. And the rides are covered in puke.
Yeah, it's just about being a dad though. It's fair times, county fair. Got to do the county fair stuff. I'll go out and get like a dozen frogs again.
Well, that part's fun.
Here.
Oh, it's okay. I'm coming back. The frog races are fun, and that's something that like Reese enjoys doing, is going and hunting for the rest of our kids.
We had a blast last year. Just him and I. It was cool.
I just like, yeah, all of our kids are hot and tired, and then they want to go ride these rides
And keep going
that are
and going.
sketchy
and
as hell, and they're even more hot and more tired, and now they're hungry, and now I'm paying for expensive fair food, and then they don't eat it because it's yucky, and then so it's like, wow, glad I spent $25 on stuff you're not going to eat that's super unhealthy that I shouldn't also eat. Oh, let's go on this other ride again because they're actually quite limited, so you really only like 2 or 3 rides. And now it's 10 o'clock and we're mosquito bitten, we're smelling like sweat and sunscreen, and you're exhausted and covered in dirt. Oh, and also you befriended the Carney kid that probably has had a really crappy life. Yeah, not a fair guy.
That's just summer.
I'm down for amusement parks, hence like the Colorado trip that I'm going on here in a couple of days. Like, I'm down, but the fair stuff,
Aunt Hannah
I don't
will
like
watch
that
the
stuff.
children in the air conditioning. However long one needs to.
Yeah.
Oh, and
That is what Hannah contributes to the fair.
at the rec. Yep. I'm pretty damn excited about.
I might actually bypass this beer.
Yeah.
It sounds good. It's just too annoying to
To
drink.
drink.
It's too taxing.
I feel like I got everything ready for the race, but I know I'm going to miss like 4 or 5 things.
Well, it's also your first one, so you'll learn.
Yep. But you should see all the printouts that I have for like checklists and stuff to try not to forget.
Yes.
And have people in places that are needed. And yeah. I have a sneaky suspicion I still won't run. I'm trying to as much as I can, but there's going to be
Now that I
something
don't
day.
have to help you keep pace, you're probably safe to not have to run.
Yeah, I know, but it's one of those. It's like I kind of want to run in it, but
Yeah.
Brandon's actually running in it. So, Brandon Steiner, the Wicked Wilson guy.
Wouldn't he be biking?
Nope, because he's not biking his own race
No.
because he's directing that one. But once they take off at 8:30, the last one,
All right.
he's open until like noon.
Well, great.
So, he said he hasn't ran in like 3 years though.
Well, he is a biker, so I'm sure he'll be fine.
Right. But he's like, yeah, like I should be fine, but I haven't legit like went on a run in 3 years.
Cut from stone. I got to Pat McAfee this thing. Oh,
You know, pat it.
yeah. Okay.
You got enough for space over there now?
Yeah,
Good?
we're solid. Got a wedgie.
I am kind of sad that I didn't get any shirts like prior to it because I was gonna have like some shirts to like wear tonight and like post about and whatnot. But it's all good still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're solid.
What else?
And if you do it next year, then you already have a head start on the things that you want to
Yeah.
remember for next year. As
Right.
Dad always said, just put it in your tickler file.
Yep. Well, and I'm gonna even. I already know.
That's awkward.
I already know right now, like I'm only doing one shirt, and it's gonna be customizable to where like they can pick what race to like. And I'm gonna have some sort of like die stamp or something that indicates what one they finished. But yeah, it's gonna be one shirt next year.
Yeah.
This whole I have 5 different shirts now,
Yeah.
so it's just too much. But
I
Yeah.
thought you just simply got a shirt that said Suds Run on it. And
no, I'll show you guys here in a little bit. It's actually it says I finished the Suds Run. I finished 2 miles of the Suds Run. I finished 1 mile of the Suds Run. I finished the Parsons Loop of the Suds Run,
gotcha.
which I thought would be cool to like have a personalized like.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah, it's too much.
next year it's gonna be just one, and it's gonna be like you check off which one you did.
I think you could also just do I did the Suds Run, whatever, and then do one of the Parsons Loop.
Yes.
I think you need to have a completed Suds Run and then a Parsons Loop.
Right.
Yep. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of feel bad. I've had 6 or 7 people sign up this week, and it's like I'm not even trying to get them shirts.
Yeah,
'cause
I
it's like
wouldn't.
I had a cutoff on Friday,
Yep.
and I posted all over every day.
If they miss it, it's their own fault.
Yep. I mean, somebody even asked me back in I think March, like once the cutoff, and I said, well, the sign up deadline guaranteed a shirt's probably going to be around 2 or 3 weeks out.
Mm.
I mean, I put it all the way up until the week
Right.
of, so or
Right.
the week before. So, no, that's it. What's coming up? I mean, other than track for me, I have two meets for sure left tomorrow and next week.
Oh.
Fishing trip.
Yep.
Yep, that's coming up at the end of the month. Memorial Day plans.
Chief schedule got released.
Yeah, what the hell? Why are we playing week 1 in Brazil? Is that what it
The
was?
NFL is stupid.
So dumb. We're playing
Yeah.
the Chargers. Was it it was Brazil, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Brazil.
Yeah, it's Brazil.
Why?
And Reese made a comment to me because if you remember, the Packers and the Eagles played that first Friday too, somewhere down south.
In Brazil.
Was it Brazil? Okay. And I wasn't able to watch that game because Reese had a football game.
Yep.
in case
Oh,
was there.
yes.
Remember that?
Yep.
Well, Chiefs, Chargers, Friday, Brazil.
So dumb.
Guess who might have a football game that day?
Yep.
And now he's actually the backup quarterback and has a chance at going in
And it's
at
going to
any
be
given moment.
away more than likely because last year it was home.
So my hope is it's so far away that we can't go. Let's play Scott City or something.
Yeah. We're playing, somebody on the Western time zone or the mountain time zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing Goodland.
Why in the world? And then the second game of the year is the rematch, Super Bowl rematch.
Well, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just hate that, like, first game of the year, you're all hyped up to play. And even if it's the opposing fans, it's at least, like, diehard NFL fans, not,
Right.
like,
Soccer fans.
yeah. Just doesn't make sense.
And you remember last year, like they were saying, like logistically, it was a nightmare,
Yes.
and like there was player safety concerns and all that shit, like the week before.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it again. What are we doing?
It's all about them
Almighty
Benjamins.
dollars.
Which again, that makes no sense. How are they making more money in a different country?
'Cause they can charge out the ass for those tickets.
Do you think they actually are though?
Oh yeah. If WWE, I learned that no, this is 1,000% true. Front row tickets
Okay.
to SummerSlam. So not even WrestleMania. We're talking SummerSlam, which is like the halfway point of WrestleMania.
Yep.
For a front row ticket. You ready? Are you holding on to your pants?
Is this in the United States?
This is in the U.S.
Okay.
I forget where it is, but a front row ticket to SummerSlam for one person, $40,000.
What?
Yes.
That's ludicrous.
Who? Who is paying that? The front row's empty.
Some people are.
No freaking way.
They're sold out. They sold out like almost
40,000 a person.
40,000 a person.
Who in the
Front row
hell
seats.
are buying these tickets?
And this is like on the camera, like if the camera's looking at you,
Yeah.
like you're on screen the whole time.
It's at MetLife Stadium
Yeah.
in Jersey.
Good
40
God.
grand. So if the WWE can get away with that,
But that's
You're
in the
telling-
States though.
right?
Like-
But you're telling me in Brazil, who gets one game a year, they can't say like Super Bowl pricing, 40,000 or sorry, 4,000 for nosebleeds.
Yeah, but I
Because
don't
people will pay that because it's like, well, it's just one game.
but I don't
You
think
know,
there's that
my
many
my
NFL
season
fans there.
tickets to our, but there's enough people there with money and nothing to do.
Wow.
And they
That's
can charge
unreal.
out the ass for it.
Yeah, because I was even thinking like, I mean, you're sending your whole entire teams, right? But not only just your teams, your support functions for the teams, and then on top of that, all of your production, because it's going to be different than the soccer games.
See, but really, if you break it down in terms of like hotel catering, like
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff, it really isn't that much money in the grand scheme of things for the
Good
NFL
God.
to do all of that. And so, yeah, you're talking tickets, you're talking merch, because it's not even just that. Any shirt that gets sold in Brazil
Yeah.
or the surrounding area,
Oh, it's going
like
towards
that goes
Yeah.
immediately to the NFL.
Yep.
No questions asked.
Yeah, that's unreal.
So the more they make it a global game, the more money that they have.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get some rugby players out of the deal too.
Maybe.
Interesting. All right. Well, let's end the show. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the day that we win the World Cup because, I mean, hell, we got a Pope now.
Yep. Here we go.
World Cup cannot be far behind. 2026.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Are we rating? What are we doing?
Oh, yeah. Shit. I don't know.
We can. I probably have someone.
I didn't even get that on yet. We're going to have to do this over again. Sorry, guys.
Well, no, it's all good. I highly doubt people are that upset.
Hey, our last YouTube video got 26 views that I saw the other day. So,
Maybe we could rate Chels, our bachelorette.
oh yeah, there you go.
Wanna do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cheeky.
go to the stream manager, go to raid, and we should be following her.
You should be.
Following,
Yep, following.
and then
Scroll.
nope,
Oh, you're not following.
we're not.
What a jerk. Well, search and
Where the frick is this search?
Just
Oh, right there.
a cheeky. Nope. That's checky.
Oh shit.
Cheeky. Oh, right there. Minx.
Cheeky.
Yep.
Cheeky minx.
Yep.
All right.
Follow and raid.
Now.
Even though
I will,
she's not sitting at her desk, but that's okay. We can still rate her.
Oh, she's not.
She'll be back. She's probably peeing.
All right. Now,
What do they call a bathroom that's not in America? European.
European. Thank you guys for listening to season 8, episode 12, episode 111 of
Yes,
In the Middle
sir.
podcast. Go
Hiya.
enjoy Cheeky here. She's back.
Miss Chels. Oh, yeah. Rate her now. Score.
That worked out good. Follow. Oh, she's not there anymore. Darn.
Is the audio on?
Yeah, it's up.
Oh, okay.
She just has it down
She
real
probably
low.
has it muted or something.
Oh my goodness.